You said we were drinking Bulleit. I thought we were going to be drinking bourbon, but this isn't bourbon.
Ugh, terrible.
Welcome to Curiosity Public. My name is Dutch.
My name is Jules.
Angelic. Dylan.
And welcome to yet another episode of our ultimate spirits competition, our quest to review every sipping spirit on the face of the planet and subject it to our crazy hard 100-point scoring system. And in this episode, not Bulleit bourbon, not Bulleit rye, Bulleit single malt. That's right, the most rapidly expanding category in America because it's the only other thing that people are making. American single malt. Let's use some barley. Let's see what happens, right?
Sure.
I guess that's what's happening. So let's take a look at the bottle. I freaking love this bottle. The recycled glass is cool.
It is cool.
And the gray
labels.
Feel it.
Oh, it's got the texture? Whoa.
Pleather.
It's really nice.
It's awesome. Okay. 5 points.
45% alcohol, single malt whiskey, 100% malted barley aged in new American oak. The interesting thing here is that it only says it is bottled by the Bulleit Distilling Company. Now, Bulleit's had its distillery up and running, I want to say like 6-7 years at this point.
For a while now, yeah.
Do you think they actually distilled this there? Or is this like they're out? Like if it fails, they're like, oh, it was just
it wasn't us.
No comment? All right, great. Good conversation, guys. I'm going to get this poured. Dylan, what else you got?
Yeah, so Bulleit had a kind of a tumultuous history, right?
Did it really?
Yeah, it did.
Especially recently.
And I would say they really took over the market, and it was unexpected, right? Because you think about all the legacy distillers and kind of the market share that they had, you wouldn't think that a newcomer would come and take over and dominate. Yeah, really. And when I go to Total Wine and places like that, I see people stocking up on Bulleit.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were early enough that they got a very good source, maybe Four Roses, and they had a good reputation with that source. And their single barrels, some of them are still, I think, sourced. There's, I guess, even some speculation that their base is still sourced, or at least part of it in the blend. Who knows? I haven't seen any direct information about it. And like this, they don't say that they distilled it. Right. And I don't know why they wouldn't say that if they are distilling it. I don't know. It's always been kind of weird to me, but... And this is their first entry into single malt, and we've seen single malts come out now from Jack Daniels.
Right.
Obviously, there's other established American single malts. What's the one? Westland. And I think Stranahan's does single malt, and there's a number. I mean, I think we're going to continue to see that category grow, and what do you guys think about it so far? Any thoughts on that category?
I mean, so far, I haven't been blown away.
I feel like it's a fad that it's like gonna fade soon.
You think?
I think there's no like anchor distillery that's gonna lead the way.
Yeah,
because the flavor profile keeps changing,
darts.
And it's very, very different. I mean, they call it so like when I get it when you say bourbon. Yes, there are kind of nuanced changes and differences between different releases, but here it's even more so. You call it American whiskey, and they do all kinds of things.
Well, specifically single malt American whiskey, right? So even you have to have the barley component,
right?
And I think it's also one of those weird things. It's like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to convert bourbon drinkers into single malt drinkers or malt whiskey or barley-based mash bill drinkers, so that they will then buy American barley-based drinks? Or why wouldn't they go look at all the stuff in Scotland, which have been doing it for generations? Right. So I feel like it's almost like this is like craft scotch, and like, is it going to be able to stand up to the legacy scotches?
I will say also that it's not just in the United States. I mean, we call it American whiskey, but what I'm saying is the technique and the process has been mimicked around the world. The newer distilleries in different countries are getting barley and then virgin oak and putting it together and releasing it. So,
all right. Well, let's get into this, guys. Oh, price point. Price paid for this was $35 US. Let's have some whiskey.
I know.
Dude, I think everybody will think we're assholes. You know, it's like all we do is like, if somebody's in pain, we laugh at them.
Exactly.
What are you supposed to do?
All right. You've been on fire today, man.
Oh, man.
All right, guys, we've had some time to taste. We've all scored it. I think we'd all agreed it's a little bit difficult to score. You know, like I think we are trying to put it in the box of Scotch or put it in the box of typical American whiskey, and it's not really fitting.
I'm not doing that.
Me too.
Well, I think intrinsically we'd do that, so it took a little more time to kind of think it through. Jules, tell us about the scoring system.
Oh, yeah. We have 10 categories that up to 100.
You tell me I'm flawed.
That includes, yeah, you are.
You are.
Aroma, flavor, body, complexity, balance, finish, uniqueness, drinkability, aesthetics, and value. You can also medal in our competition. You can score 60 and up, go from bronze, silver, gold to diamond. It's not the same as an A.
All right, guys. Initial score time. Of course, our scores could change as we discuss it. I actually think mine will. I am looking forward to the discussion because this was a very interesting one. My initial score, 71.
78.
Wow. 65.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow, so I'm stuck in the middle as usual here.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about it. Let's kick things off with Aroma 6.
Gave it a 7.
I give it an 8.
Wow.
Interesting.
Grain.
Really interesting. No.
No,
Grain. No grain, right?
This
No
was
grain.
that's what made it really pleasant.
Yeah, that's
for
what
me.
it's a 7.
Go back and smell it again. It's barley.
Here.
What?
It's barley grain with sweetness added to it.
Nothing.
Just
guys
pure
are-
sweetness.
No.
Sweetness.
That's the problem.
No, the
Sweetness,
problem is the
some
underlying
salt.
grain. They haven't got the grain out. This is craft.
Dude, I think there's a
Scotch.
little barley stuck in your
No,
nose.
you guys don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not getting any of that grain.
Dude, the
I'm not
grain
getting
is
anything,
the
right?
malt is so prevalent in this. You guys are smoking crack.
No.
No,
Dude.
no.
All right,
that's
whatever.
Too cheap.
You guys don't even know what malt smells like, I think.
Oh, I
Think about smelling malt. This
Yeah.
smells exactly like malt.
No.
All right, whatever. You guys know what we're talking about. All right.
I have no idea what's going on over there.
Dude, you guys are dumb. All right, whatever.
Bully.
Next
Comment
category.
below. Hashtag
Flavor.
Bully Dutch.
16.
14.
17.
What is going on?
This is malt syrup with grain. It's like unsweet pancakes.
That's
with,
why.
With syrup.
It's basically sweetness, and then like
Not unsweet.
Grain. There's grain. It's screaming grain. How do you guys not
no,
taste
it's
the
not
grain?
grain. It's not grain.
It's not grain.
Dude, you guys are so... It's not corn. You idiots, it's barley. It tastes different.
Yes.
Stop thinking of it as a bourbon.
Yes,
it's
I
like
have an
barley.
extensive barley whiskey collection. But
Yeah.
What grain
is-
are you
Dude,
here's what I'm saying. Okay, there's no stewed components
Yeah,
here.
that's where I
no
got it.
jam.
No jam.
But familiar sweet fruit floral components. There's like a base of white sugar. And that's what I'm getting.
It's like a sugar syrup.
Yeah, it's like sugar.
Yeah, sugar.
And it's almost like a synthetic.
Well, this is what I mean. Like
Sugar.
it's like unsweet. Like if you made barley pancakes with no sugar in them, and then you just drizzled
like powdered
malted
sugar on top.
I don't know how you're getting
malted sugar.
I'm not getting
barley,
barley.
man.
Malted sugar on top.
Yeah, I'm not
you go.
experiencing that. either.
No, I agree. This guy is insane.
I don't think you guys have ever tried barley.
What? Are you kidding
Anyway,
me?
all right.
Have you seen this man?
Has he ever eaten barley?
Yes.
That's all I eat.
No, you don't. He eats
No,
oats.
look.
Oh.
Oats and whey. Look, we do white grain rice, right?
This isn't
with
rice.
barley. Yeah, I eat barley a lot. In fact, I love just barley. Just
Okay.
barley
Barley,
alone.
yeah.
Dude, this is so grainy.
It's not.
It's sweet,
It
but
is
it's
not.
grain. It's grain and sweet.
God, man, I'm not getting
Oh,
that.
dude. All right, whatever.
How are you getting all this grain?
All I
Yeah.
can smell and taste is grain. Okay.
This guy's insane. Look
guys
what's
are
going
insane.
I just
on.
checked again.
No grain. Thank you. No
Sweetness,
grain.
sweetness. I'm getting
You
more
guys are
sweetness,
blinded by
like-
the sweetness. You're blinded by the sweetness. It's sweet on the grain, but there's tons.
You know
of
what's
grain in
crazy
there.
about this, folks?
I'm not getting.
You know, usually if there's like a grain
way,
component, even
you
if
just
you're
pick it
no,
out,
yeah,
like,
even
no,
if you're
You only
if it's
ever
masked,
talk about grain and
listen,
bourbon because you can only taste corn. You just aren't used to tasting
Listen.
barley.
Oh my!
Because all the good barley-based spirits have the grain out. They just haven't done it. That's the flavor
I've
you're
tasted
getting.
plenty of garbage.
No.
Well, maybe
Barley,
I like barley,
grain,
but I don't-
based whiskeys. But here's the thing. Here's the
Find a
interesting-
barley one you've had and,
No, here's
and
the
bring it up.
really interesting thing about this. It's like That's the one thing that is very strange, right? Because those weird whiskeys where that grain's gonna come out, even if you were overwhelmed by the front end flavors that are too much, on the finish you'll definitely get the grain. I do not get that.
It's all in the front end.
In the finish.
It's all in the front end.
It's not even in the
weird.
front. It's not in the front.
Weird. But I think we all agree it's very sweet.
Yes.
I don't get this guy, man.
But it's very syrupy
I don't
sweet.
get the grain.
I don't think he knows what a grain is.
Whatever. Anyway, what are we talking about? Flavor? So sweet.
Oh, flavor. Yeah.
Why is it a 14 though? Like, that seems really low.
Because it has nothing other than sugary water, right? It has no jam, no stew.
I got floral though.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
Yeah, I did get a little bit of floral, but I don't get anything like that is evolved. It's like almost like they passed this water, over some kind of like raw and slightly ripened fruit. And then you're just drinking like the leavings.
That's what I'm saying. That tastes bad. I give it a 16. Like, I think the flavors are pretty good. They're just very different. Like, and that's what I mean. Like, it's like, you're trying to compare it to a bourbon. It's not going to compare to a bourbon.
Who's comparing it to bourbon? You are comparing it to bourbon, dude.
No, I'm not.
You're comparing it to everything over there.
I think we're just trying to say your score's a little too low.
Yes.
I mean, I think at minimum 15.
Exactly.
No.
14 is like you're hurting it.
Yeah, this has got
you
good.
described
This
it
has
as a lot
there
of
are no
flavor
negative.
present
There are no negative flavors in this.
Okay.
Even
Christmas
the
gifts.
Even the
Christmas
grain.
gifts. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna drink this again.
I might.
Actually, might.
It's not bad.
Liars.
All right. Next.
Check back with us in 6 months.
Next category, body 7.
I give it a 6.
7.
Thin.
Surprisingly coated.
I'm thinking about going down.
Yeah.
It wasn't that thin.
No, like it's not like really bad.
It's not luscious.
But the first thing that I
like,
thought when it hit my palate, it was like,
where'd it
man,
go?
it is wanting.
I think what's
It's
interesting.
really,
I
really
kind of
wanting.
get it because it's like, where did it go? But
Oh,
that's
man.
how I reacted.
I feel like you get all of the flavors.
Yeah.
Like the flavors coat, but then they recede. But I mean, it is a coating, and I feel like it completely coats.
You guys are
And that's why I
I'm with
wasn't
you there.
lower than a 7.
now 6.
Okay.
And that's being generous.
Complexity.
6. Yeah.
I give it a 7.
I agree. Because there's just 2 flavors.
There's nothing.
There's just 2 flavors.
I'm getting that
Grain and sugar.
floral. I'm getting that floral
To me,
component
it's sugar and
still.
floral.
I'm getting the sweetness.
Like raw fruit and floral.
It's like
that's a
white
lot.
sugar. To
That's
me.
why it's above a 5.
Yeah, there's stuff here, but it's not a lot. Okay,
Man, it's
it's really sweet.
just.
Next category, balance 7.
I gave it a 7.
I give it a 7.
Yeah, what's
Because-
here?
No
For
harsh
what's here,
wood,
it doesn't, yeah.
right?
No harshness.
No harsh grain.
Yeah.
I don't get any grain.
No.
It's not
You know?
harsh grain, but there is a large grain presence.
I don't get any grain.
Like the baked. You know, like some people will taste it as like baked bread.
Yeah.
Like this is like a baked barley bread. It's not.
you don't
raw
even
grain.
eat bread.
It's not.
You don't even eat bread. How do you know what it tastes like?
It's not raw grain. That's my point, though.
Dutch is allergic to bread.
Allergic to a lot of things.
I mean, like, how does he know what grain is?
It's like I've never eaten
He's
it.
allergic to Dylan right now.
No, Dylan's allergic to me.
He probably drinks beef broth and thinks like, oh man, this is like tastes like bread.
That's the best stuff, though.
Dude, it
man.
does. Like bouillon? Oh, man.
Exactly. Give me the cube.
Well, we agreed, apparently, on balance, but you wouldn't know it based on what Dylan was saying. He's just mad at the world. He just hates Bulleit, I think. Okay, next category, finish 7.
I give it a 6.
I give it a 6.
It was for duration.
I was gonna do
Dude,
5.
There's like no duration.
I agree.
I almost
I
dropped
agree.
it to 5.
Yeah,
it trails
I'm
off
like-
too quick.
Well, what's interesting
half a step.
Yeah.
is it just,
going down.
it's like a lingering sweetness on my palate. So I was like, that's a positive
you're gonna
flavor.
go all the way up
wish
to a
I got
7
that. I wish
for
I
that?
got
Are you
that.
kidding me?
It's pretty long. Like I can still taste it on my
It's
palate.
not long. It just fades.
I'm gonna try it.
And it's gone.
It's gone, man. This is
not long.
I'm
Okay, hang on.
I'm trying to figure out why
There's a
this
sweetness.
is not a 5.
There's a sweetness.
I would say the only reason it's above a
You know
5
why?
is
Because it's still
because
pleasant.
It's still pleasant.
It's not
I
like,
agree.
Really good lingering flavors. If I go down and finish, you have to go down in flavor.
Me? Sure.
No, Jules.
Go down even more.
There's no
Jules is at a
negotiation.
78, man.
Yeah.
I am gonna go down and finish to a 6. I like how Dylan and I are the closest
I know.
in score too. Okay. Uniqueness 7.
I give it a 5.
You're completely wrong.
I give
I
it
give it a
7.
5. Like I said,
A
Look at this
5?
bottle.
man,
Name the last recycled
I've gone
glass
through
bottle.
It gets a
every
bonus point for the
permutation. You know what? It,
bottle.
Bonus point for the bottle.
invokes the flavor profiles of all the hookers, right, that I've had. All of
A lot of hookers, bro.
Look at these guys with their dirty mind. General Hooker's whiskeys, right? So
The general hooker that you get for your...
General. Okay.
There's like the wheat whiskeys, there are corn whiskeys.
Yeah, they're very
there are
grainy,
lots
just
of-
like this. You're
Yeah.
right.
So it invokes a lot of those flavors. You can get this flavor profile in many different,
No.
like less
No. Go
aged-
grab one of those that tastes anything
No,
like
you
this.
can't.
You're completely wrong
No,
and
you
know it,
can't.
dude.
Because you don't
You know
buy
it.
it. You know why you don't buy it?
They suck.
Because it's not great.
And at $35? No,
None
you
of them
can't.
taste like
This
this.
guy would not reach for this. That's why he doesn't have it here.
Because I
That's
just
not
don't
the
go
category.
shopping.
I have never
The
seen
category
it on
is
his
unique-
private bar.
Uniqueness.
This bottle is unique?
You know I only have 10 bottles.
Yeah, I only put unique things on my bar.
Dude, it's
Which
it's
is
at
like
least
over-
a
And he
6.
does the same, and it's not on
Dude,
his
it's
bar.
at least a 6 for the bottle. You
Exactly.
got to go up at least 1.
At least a 6 for the
I'm
bottle.
thinking going down to 4.
Wow.
I
See
give it a
that?
5 because
Dishonesty.
of the bottle.
Market correction. I'm
Remember
going to 80.
There you go. Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Market
for it.
correction
Go for it.
here.
Do
Market
it.
correction.
Give it a gold.
All right. Settle down. Drinkability, guys. Next category. 6.
I gave it a 6.
I give it an 8.
Yeah, it's
Not
it's okay.
coming back to
it's
this,
not.
but
There's not.
it's not like harsh.
That's the thing. There's
It's
no
not harsh.
unpleasant.
Yeah, there's no unpleasant
Exactly.
component. of
It's
it.
just not.
It's not that
particularly
interesting, but
No, it's like somebody
It's
gave
not
me a
off-putting.
barley tea with sugar in it. I'm like, okay,
Not barley tea, but just like sugar water.
yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
so
like it's fine.
what's wrong
But
with
I
sugar
want
water?
something with more flavor.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
I think you're way off on
drinkable.
Bulleit. 8, dude. This is your birthday present
It's
now.
drinkable.
This is your Christmas present now.
that's all right. I appreciate
I'm buying
I
a
appreciate
case for
anything
you.
y'all get me.
An 8, dude. You know what else you've given an 8
Because it's
to?
drinkable. I mean, come on. I can keep drinking this.
But you don't want to.
It's not harsh.
No, if you go up to
it's
the bar,
It's not that
and there's
boring.
this,
I mean,
and then there's
sweet.
Jim. There's
don't get me
Jack
wrong.
Daniels sitting next to it. What are you
Right,
gonna
I'm
grab?
not drinking it, but at the same time,
Okay, that's
There
not
you go.
an 8.
That's not an 8.
this is still drinkable, though, dude.
It's a
I'm not. It's
it's a
not
6.
off-putting.
A 5 is drinkable.
Better than
and you're
average.
not vomiting.
I'm
better
not
than
getting.
average.
I'm not getting any harshness to this at
Give
all,
this
and
thing
it
an
could be
A
harsh.
minus.
At an 8,
whatever.
that's a solid B.
Completely wrong, but okay.
That is so insane.
All right, guys. Next category: aesthetics. We're out of the flavor, so we can stop bickering.
I give it a 5.
We'll still argue.
It's 5.
It's a 5.
I like
Beautiful.
it.
It's a really
it's great.
damn
It's
good
a
looking
5.
bottle.
Good presentation.
Knocked it out of the park on
Knocked it
this.
out of
And
the
it
park.
stands out from the Bulleit lineup.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's
pleather.
really good. I like the gray. Final category: value. Oh, I might change my score. I gave it a 4.
I give it a 3.
I give it a 4.
I think
right in the
Dylan's
middle.
right.
35.
Right
Because-
in the middle. Hey, can you loop that? I think
And
Dylan's
available.
right. I think Dylan's right.
In
I
this
think Dylan's
rare
right.
instance, I don't think Dylan's right, but I think he might have convinced me.
This is how,
But here's the thing: 90 proof, and I want to try an American single malt. Like you're not breaking the bank at $35. I'm
You're
like,
not.
it deserves
so-
credit
And they
for
could
that.
have gone. They could have gone a lot
we
worse.
just
what's
argued
inside.
forever about like for $35.
Don't timestamp this.
You can bleep all of it.
Too late.
6. I went down a point. It's a 3. You're right.
This is not.
So let's convince Jules to go down
This is not a value, man.
for 35 bucks.
That's it. $15.
I just realized his flavor is 17.
I was trying to tell you
Out of your
that,
mind?
but you were trying to argue with me all the time.
Are you out of your mind?
I enjoyed it.
He likes it, dude. Hey, Mikey, he likes it
I like it.
because it tastes like grain.
All
right.
Hey, I mean,
Now that I think about it, though, yeah, I mean, I will go down a point on value at least.
I mean,
It's
I'll go to a
not
3.
bad. It's better than a 2, but it's not a 4. It's. I think you're right with 3.
It's a low 4.
I mean, they. I'm glad that they didn't charge like $50+ for this,
You know
which
what,
a
like-
lot of these like
That's why I
craft.
was giving him credit. 'cause
American
they could have
whiskey,
easily charged
like,
this at 50.
No, they hit something that was sweet. They're like, we can sell this.
We can sell it.
But this needs crafting time. This needs time in other kinds of casks. It needs some other influence on it, maybe sherry casks, something. It's so
Man,
pedestrian
it
tasting, you know?
tastes cheap, dude.
Yeah.
This is cheap
Does it taste
white
cheap?
whiskey.
Did you say white whiskey?
Yeah,
That's racist. Okay, let's get our final tally.
I mean,
isn't
I
that a
guess.
thing?
Wait, he's changing his scores now. Let's see what.
I want to go from 77 to like a 65.
To 60. Yeah. No, all right, I get it. Yeah, I'll go down a point on flavor.
All right, good. Then we agree. All right, final tallies here, guys. I ended up at a 69.
Market correction, 76. The market loves this stuff.
65. I think this is the correct
The market
score.
loves this
I think you and I are in the right range. Final tally, final score. Wow, this ended up, it hit silver, guys.
No way.
It's a 70.
No way.
Thanks to Jules. Market correction worked here.
Market correction.
I am the closest, of course, to the final score.
As usual.
No surprise there.
Of all the things on the shelf, of all the things that you could drink in an evening.
I think it's unique, dude. It is unique. I don't know, you didn't think it was, but
It's because you haven't tried enough stuff.
American single malts, I've not tasted one like this. There's so few.
No,
And most of the ones that are coming out are doing
profiles that are similar, man.
No, but they're doing sherry or they're doing peat or something or smoke. They're not doing like this, just American oak, freshly charred barrels.
Sugar water?
It's unique.
It's unique.
I didn't say it was good. I said it was unique. Give it points.
I don't know. You're giving it a silver.
I gave it a 69. I didn't. I gave it a bronze.
So you brought it down a little bit.
Jules was going to give it a gold,
Because he was embarrassed. I know. He's close to...
Why are you
I'm not embarrassed with my
This
score.
is an insane score.
76?
Market correction.
There's no way this
He gave
whiskey is
Elijah
76,
Craig,
man.
Elijah Craig C923. I think he gave a 76 to.
I mean, like, this... If you're talking 76, this is like double gold in the San Francisco.
He likes it, man. He likes it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're not going to
The
convince
whiskey of the
anybody.
year.
Obviously, a divisive, or as they say,
Someone will call this whiskey of the year.
yeah,
Absolutely.
somebody will. This is a
There's no
divisive,
And they live in San Francisco.
There is no way.
divisive bottle here. Jules, take us out.
What you guys think in the comments below.
Jules is needed.
The most controversial.
Go.
I'll keep drinking. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, let us know how you feel. Subscribe for more videos from Curiosity Public. It really does help our channel. Another great way is to join Curiosity Private membership program on YouTube and Patreon. We are also selling t-shirts. Links will be in the description. And we have a podcast out there on all the major podcast platforms. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious.
Insane.
Hey, this is somebody's
I'd
jam.
go down in drinkability.
So then it would be a bronze, is what you're saying?
I'd go down. Yeah, I'd go down a point here.
Dude, you can't.
Let's do it.
So addendum.
So let's see.
If you're still watching?
Addendum, if you're still watching, I actually got convinced to drop my drinkability down. So now 75.
Let's see if that
All right,
changes.
recalculating.
So 70 plus 75 plus.
65.
Oh, sorry, I had 69. Hang on. 65, 69,
75.
75. Official score is. Oh, it is a 69.
Oh,
So you made this a bronze, Jules. How do you feel?
feel good.
That's right.
Could have still been a silver.
I mean,
Low
it's
silver.
0.6. So it's like. Barely.
I get it. I mean, I'm drinking this some more, and it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
This is not... like,
It's not a finished product.
yeah.
it's... I mean, I will say, maybe there's potential here.
I agree.
Like where
It's an interesting
they might
start.
be able
There is
to...
potential.
I mean, they could get deeper flavors. Maybe with like barrel selection, they can tweak the complexity a little bit, right? I mean, if they can get a little bit of that, I mean, for virgin oak things, you know, you can get like a lot of that jam after a couple of years, 6 years, 7 years.
So you just need more
I just
time
really
down.
enjoyed the floral.
No, it's not even about more time necessarily. It's about the barrel selection. I think if they can blend this with a little bit more of the ripe and stewed fruits,
Yeah.
this could potentially become very, very interesting.
So
right?
let's wait for the 10-year.
No, it's not an age necessarily.
But I don't know
also
how
are you
many
gonna get the
barrels
flavor?
they're laying down though, right? And it's not like they said they're not even distilling it, right?
I don't know. They might be. It just
They're
doesn't
not
say.
really disclosing that. So.
Well, we'll see. See what the community thinks.
Man, Jules and his
Market
how
correction.
do you
How do you sleep it?
How do you edit this?
I sleep really well.
That's
That's going to be interesting for the editor.
not my problem.
We just get more work. With my first addendum.